Hello, sun. Look at those blue skies creeping through. That's what we want to see. Look at that big buck, son. It's a monster. Hey, big guy. Let's go picture. 2 of them. Wow. Ooh, I gotta be careful on this rope. Man, those guys blended right in. So yeah, right now we're in the Flaming Gorge area. It's kind of creepy how abandoned this place looks. I guess with the government shutdown, there's just nobody around. The roads are not kept up very well. See the big potholes in the roads. I guess they just don't see the need to take very much care of them. There's a campground over here that's completely empty. Yeah, that campground is closed. Maybe it's just closed for the winter. I don't mind it. I'm not minding it one freaking bit. Man, I'm happy to see those blue skies coming through. But maybe it'll warm up. I think it's supposed to warm up into the 50s today. I think I'm gonna put it in 4-wheel drive just for safety purposes. This is getting steep. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm blown away at how quiet it is here. You can see I'm on this little ridge. I need to be careful because it could be slippery. I don't think I'm in the mood to go all the way up there. I don't know. That looks very steep. We can always back down if just have to do it slow. Just have to take my time, back down slowly. think I'm gonna turn around right here. Just taking my time, do it slow. It should be okay. The perks of driving a smaller vehicle. With fancy cameras. I'm not a big technology guy when it comes to vehicles. I would much rather an old Blazer or something like that. But man, you gotta admit, I do feel a little bit safer. Well, that was a nice little adrenaline boost for the morning. I'm definitely awake now. Well, Wyoming, I gotta give you your props just like I did South Dakota. You're a beautiful state, Wyoming. And to the folks that live here that say they want to move, maybe you should move so you'll appreciate how awesome this place is. If I lived here, I'd be out here goofing around in this stuff every single day. I don't know if you guys can see that gigantic rock up on top of that. I think the camera takes away from the sheer size of that thing, but it's big. It's really big. I took a zoomed in photo of that rock up there. There's a gigantic bird sitting up there. I don't know what it is. It's a monster. I don't think it was an eagle, but it's a pretty big bird. Alright, the old GoPro's not liking the cold. It's 42 degrees and it keeps shutting down on me. But it's doing a lot better than the 10 did. I would have had to have taken it apart, pulled the battery out, did a full reset. But I swapped back to the 9. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. The 10 is not being very reliable. It has perks that I like about it, and I tried to use it as much as I could, but it's really starting to wear on me. That is the first truck I've seen in a while. I think they're doing road work. Alright, checking the map, you can see the little blue arrow, that's me. We still got a ways to go of this awesome road. And we're still in the Flaming Gorge area. We're right outside of it, but we're gonna be right in, I guess the part that we saw earlier of the Flaming Gorge was not the main part. Evidently, we're still headed to the main attraction down here. So here we go, still rolling. some of the wet areas are still quite slippery. Good Lord, there is some gorgeous views up here. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I'm so glad I brought this route instead of just stayed on the highway. I would have missed a lot here. I've decided to put it back in 4 high, and because I've seen there's places where people couldn't climb these hills. And this is a steep hill right here coming up over. All right, we have stepped off the beaten path for a minute here. Well, when the sun comes out, man, these places, they just light up. It's like somebody turned the lights on. They just fire up, man. Well, it looks like the end of the line for us because we're not going to go down there. But yeah, it's a little muddy today still. I think. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one bit afraid of what that Colorado can do. Not one bit concerned. But I'm not going to air down and all that just to go down there. That was cool. Let's head on out of here and go to keep completing this 43-mile trek. This was just a little side trip, by the way, a little side, but hey, well worth it. You know, hey, the side roads is where all the good shit's at. Yeah, I hadn't seen any videos about the Flaming Gorge Road, but yeah, kind of a hidden little gem over here in Wyoming, south of Yellowstone and Teton. I do have videos about where I traveled to Tetons and Yellowstone. They're pretty good. I mean, those are heavily trafficked areas. There are hidden places you can go over there. I mean, you can go to the national forest outside of those, which was actually my plan. Where's the cows? That was actually my plan, but the weather got bad, and I didn't want to risk a snow, just not being able to do anything because of snow. So they will close. They had heavy snow, I'm pretty sure. What it looked like on the radar. So I I made the call and decided to go another route. Well, we're at a... Alright. OnX Offroad says to keep going, so I'm going to stay on this trail. Or it's a road. It's not really a trail. It's a road. It has some steep, scary areas at times, but it's not too bad. I don't know that I mean you could do it in an all-wheel drive car. You just have to be real careful. There's some of the side trails you wouldn't be able to. You'd have to skip. I surprisingly have good cell service where I'm at. So good job, AT&T. I used to work for AT&T. Even though I left to go to the railroad, I have a lot of friends that still work there, and you guys are doing a great job. My internet at home is fiber now, and it's fast as hell, so I can't wait to try it out when I upload my new videos. You run into just the craziest things. Just the views, you know, it's just mind-blowing. I've seen this view a few times since I've been on this little trek, but I think I'm coming up on the biggest part of this Flaming Gorge, and I'm not sure if that's the lake. I don't know what the name of the lake is. I'll tell you in a few minutes. I'll find out. Looks like it might have been somebody coming down here last night or over the weekend when it was really muddy. Probably got worried that they were getting themselves in a mess, or they were just having a good time. You just never know. A BLM fire truck. It was just a pickup truck, not a fire truck. Probably just making his rounds, doing his job. Oh, we got to get out of the truck for a minute and smell the fresh air and stretch our legs. You can see how that would cut a tire pretty easy if you weren't careful. Yeah, I kind of thought the adventure was almost over, but it is. We're nearing the end, but starting to see some really cool stuff here. So hang in there with me, and we'll keep looking at more cool stuff. Well, my friends, this ends our Flaming Gorge adventure. Not far from the Utah state line. So I'm gonna head that way and pick it back up from there. But if this is the end of the video, then hit that button that makes you like it. And then if you look in the link in the description, you can buy some of my awesome merch and help me pay for these crazy trips, man. All right, guys, thank you, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Name's blurry face and I care what you think. My name's blurry face and